Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? All right. So, I'm allow some time for all of you guys to hop on. And I'm thinking about doing more of these audio morning um, chats with you. But today I was moved to have this little conversation with you because I noticed that so many people just don't understand the difference. And then to be honest with you, um, I too didn't understand this for a very, very long time. Uh oh, see? Okay, wait a minute. Let me go ahead and do some little back end stuff, and then we're going to get started with this conversation about the difference between coaches, consultants, and mentors. So we're going to have this conversation because, hey, everyone. So as you guys are hopping on, um, let me know where you're tuning in from. Say hello. I'll give you a little shout out. And what I'm going to do is play a commercial. And once uh, I play this commercial, I am going to get started with this conversation that I think that we need to have. So, because right now this is the last quarter, and we need to understand this terminology, because sometimes when you don't understand certain terminology, that's why you feel some type of way. You get all in your emotions, right? And so I want us to kind of like put the emotions in our back pocket, because sometimes being overly emotional when you are an entrepreneur or in your personal life can really hurt you. Okay. And I'm speaking from a place where I used to be uber over emotional, taking everything so personal, right? And at the end of the day, some things are just business. And you just got to know, you got to understand the lingo. So let me go ahead and take some commercials, and I'll be back in a moment.
Thanks to her, my podcast.
We got it. Reaching 350 million. They tuning in.
CTR Media Network is now accepting new podcasters to join our growing network that's reaching 350 million global listeners. Have you heard? CTR Media Network offers podcast production, podcast training, distribution, and product placement. Book us for your next event or schedule an interview with CTR Media Network podcasters today. To learn more, go to ctrmedianetwork.com.
All right, and just like that, we are back. So let's go ahead and jump right on into this conversation, because you guys have been patiently waiting for me to go ahead and get to the point, baby. So let's talk about, or have this discussion. Oh, we have a comment coming in. Hello, Swagger. All right. And so let's have this conversation about understanding the differences, or the difference between coaches, consultants, and mentors. Okay, first of all, when you think about coaching and consulting or consultants, they typically go up under the same tier, meaning these are individuals that usually charge a fee. You do have sometimes have coaches that don't charge a fee, especially normally when they're getting started up, they starting out, or they kind of like have not officially switched over to a business. But in general, a coach and a consultant charge a fee for their expertise, and based upon their experiences, um, their education, all that stuff goes into play in regards to how much you're going to pay. Hey, that's one of our CTR riders in the building. Good morning, Mr. H. Good morning, Mr. H. All right. You said, I'm not used to you being on this early, 6 a.m. here in Texas. Yes. Normally I am not on this early, but I don't know. I got moved to come on. Now I am not camera ready. So hunty, you will not be seeing me this early in the morning. You will be hearing this voice. So let's jump right back in. So coaches and consultants, like I said, you have to pay for their expertise because they have experiences. They may have had some kind of training or multiple years of training, and by you purchasing their product or service, or the consulting, I would say, as a service, if you're looking for a particular niche and you see this person, you was like, man, I want to be where they are. I want to be able to scale my business where they are. They're offering this coaching and consulting, and I'm gonna opt into it so that they can help me, avoid some of the pitfalls, to get to point A to point B quicker and faster, right? And so, coaches and consultants, they usually charge a fee. Now, in regards to mentorship, and for those of you who do not know, I have been a coach and a consultant for over 10 years. And so, in the beginning, when I first started, I did not charge a fee. In the beginning, let's say, because officially I have been a coach and consultant for 11 years, right? And so, when I first started out, I did not have, first of all, I did not have an entrepreneurship mindset. I just didn't. I knew that I was good at what I did. So many people told me that I was really great. I should go be on YouTube and start a YouTube channel and start sharing everything that I know and all that. And I generally just love helping people, right? So I didn't think too much of it. And I just started my social media journey in 2009, creating content. So I literally been creating content, providing coaching and consulting services ever since 2009. And like I said before, in the beginning, I didn't charge. For number one, I didn't understand my worth. I just felt like I had to have so much. I just felt like I wasn't good enough to charge a fee. I'm just keeping it totally 100. And I was like, how can I charge? I didn't go to school for this. This is something that I just learned over time, ups and downs and experiences. So how could I charge if I wasn't certified? And this me 11 years ago, right? And when I started doing research, now I don't know if this is the case now, but 11 years ago, uh you didn't need to be a certified coach or a certified consultant in order to charge, right? And so I'm not too sure about what's going on now, but uh back then, now since then, I did not have to get certified in a lot of things, but for me personally, I wanted to further my education in the areas of my expertise. I know I have a lot of experience. I have a lot of reviews and all this other stuff, track record to prove my blueprint works. However, I wanted to know what other people was learning in my same niche, and I wanted to broaden my mind and my knowledge on what was really happening within the industry that I may not have known about, right? And so that's a personal decision. So many people get in their feelings when someone, maybe you see someone on social media and they're giving out a lot of free information, and then you reach out to them in regards to consulting. You want them to be your coach or your consultant, and then they say, okay, cool, I would love to help you further. And then they send you an invoice, or they send you a pay link, or they send you to their website that's attached to some sort of pay link, right? Or maybe they might say, hey, this is how much it costs, yeah, this is what you would get. Some people get in their feelings, but you have to understand that when you are in a position where you want to grow and you're tired of doing it by yourself, and you see someone that has achieved what you want to achieve, you have to pay for that. That's not free. That's not free. And I was one of those people years ago. I used to get in my feelings too. So I'm not acting like I'm all high and mighty. Okay. Because I used to be in my feelings as well. But like, okay, well, they should have been upfront and told me that they was gonna charge. I used to get in my feelings. But I feel like I'm just getting nudged to have this one-on-one conversation with you guys because I don't want you, because your posture and the way that you treat things will also determine what you receive. And I didn't understand the pretty much basic circle of life around the logic of spending and investing money, not only in others but yourself. And once you understand how money, and I like to say currency, flows, you will understand why you have to shift your mindset and how bad do you really want it. Okay, so it's certain things that I will always do for free. Like right now, I'm giving you this one-on-one, right? Where I'm breaking this down so that you can understand the difference between coaching, consulting, and mentors. Now, we haven't talked about mentors yet, but I have been very fortunate that I have paid for services. Some people, we're going to talk about mentorship in a few minutes, but in regards to coaching and consulting, yes, I have coaches. If your coach, I'm gonna tell you this, if your coach, if you hire somebody as a coach and your coach do not have at least a coach or a mentor or a combination of both, I would say run for the hills. Run for the hills. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because as a coach, as a consultant, you should never be okay with not continuing your learning. Okay, you don't know everything. I don't know everything. I don't care how many years you went to school, how many programs or courses you took. You still don't know everything. I still don't know everything. Therefore, it's always someone that will know more than you, which means that you need to have a spirit of humbling yourself so that you can continually scale and grow. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. Thank you for the thumbs up. And thank you for tuning in. And I know it's early, so I appreciate each and every one of you listening to this voice as you are commuting to work and all that good stuff. So thank you for tuning in. And thank you for saying hello and all that other good stuff. And so I had to change my posture. I had to change the way that I view things, right? And this is crucial if you want to continue, if you want to grow in 2025 going on. Hey, Swag, make sure to check out Swag Her magazine. They provide amazing PR services. And if you are a business owner and you are not advertising your business, then that is why you are at that stalemate where you are not growing. We have to change our mindset in order for us to grow. And you have to learn how to collaborate and partner with the right people that or organizations that align with your core foundation. And Swag Her, we are so happy to be in partnership with this amazing company. So go check them out on today, especially if you need more visibility. Like I said before, CTR Media Network, we provide visibility, but also we collab and work with other people who do it and do it better in different areas, right? Because our focal point over here at CTR is podcasting and TV. We have magazines and everything like that, but we focus on podcasts and TV, and we do social media. But looking for PR and all that, go to Swag Her magazine. Now let's get back to the discussion. Okay. So I had to learn. I was trying to figure out for years, like why was my businesses only getting to a certain point, and it's like it just leveled off, right? And I was like, what is going on? So I really had to do a deep dive, uh, look at to who I was at my core and my mindset, and I realized it wasn't my work, it wasn't my services, because all of that raving reviews, it was my mindset towards other people and services and how to support and how to really build and invest in myself properly as well as other businesses. It's really a circle of life with in regards to businesses. You you have to understand that in order to receive, you have to put in. Okay? In order to receive, you have to put in. And Cat Williams speak about this quite a bit, and it's very, very true. And so, anyway, so we already discussed why you're paying for the right people to provide you coaching and consulting services. You still have to do your research, and but it is a good thing to invest. I invest, and I will continually invest in the development and the growth of myself on a personal level and for a business level. But let's talk about what is a mentor, because many people hear coaches, consultants, mentor collectively together and don't understand what it means. So what is a mentor? A mentor is a person, they may happen to be a coach or a consultant. They but they see something in you that they want to help you, and they may waive their coaching fee, their consulting fee, and they just pour into you. And the only thing that a mentor want in return is for you to work and do the work, because literally they see something in you that they want to help you, and they want to see you grow. Because as coaches, as consultants, I can't speak for everyone, but I can speak for myself. Even though I charge for coaching and consulting, but my core is being a servant leader, right? So there will always be things that I'm going to do for free to give back to the community. But I'm moved by, well, with me, I'm a praying woman. So I pray and I let God move me on what I should do. And certain people come into my life and God be like, you need to just help them. Okay. Which means I'm not going to be their coach. I'm not going to be their consultant. I'm going to be their mentor. And they're going to get the best of what I offer with my services because I'm pouring into them. So I have personally benefited from so many people that not only been my coach, but they have been my mentor. And they poured into me, and I have people who continuously pour into me that I am their mentee. They're mentoring me because they saw something in me, and they said, "Okay, I want to help you get from point A to point B. I'm not going to charge you." And normally, you're building this authentic relationship. So normally, you have something that can help them. They have something that can help you, and they just pouring into you. And mentors, true mentors will never charge you a fee. I want you to understand that. If someone is mentoring you, they will not charge you. Even if what they're giving you, they traditionally charge a fee for. A mentor, a true mentor that's mentoring you will never charge you a fee. But coaches and consultants will, and FYI, is nothing wrong with that, okay? You just have to figure out what you're going to do and where you're going to invest your money. Now, let me talk about investment and how the circle of currency, which is money, goes around. I had to learn this. If you, as a business owner, if you're a coach, consultant, or you have products that you're selling, if you want people to invest in you and your brand, then guess what? You need to do the exact same thing for other people businesses. So I'm about to be real raw and transparent here. When was the last time that you can remember that you invested in someone else's business? Think about it. Be honest with yourself. When was the last time that you invested in someone else's business? And when I say invest, it could be a small amount. It could be $10. But when have you last invested in someone else's business? And if you thinking right now, saying, man, I haven't bought something from someone else in months. Well, then think about how your business is looking. How is your business looking? Have people been really purchasing from you like how you would like them to invest into your business or purchase from your services? Because 9 times out of 10, the you, what you're doing for other people is a reflection of what people will do for you. And if you don't see the need to invest in other people, then more than likely you're going to see that same type of posture in regards to people not supporting your business. I make sure monthly I support people businesses monthly. Yes, different causes, different products. Sometimes I purchase things from people that I know right now I'm not going to even use. Why? Is because I understand the circle of currency and how it works. You have to put in order to receive. And I also know how it works with the psychology of the matter of purchasing and buying, being a producer versus being a consumer, and also being an interchange of encouragement. Because think about it. I love finding new startup businesses and they just started or they just launched a product, because that's usually the time that can make or break a new entrepreneur. Because they just launched a t-shirt line, they just launched an ebook, or they just launched a service or a product, right? And mentally, first of all, physically, it took a lot of time, effort, money, investment to even get the website, get the marketing and branding together, to get the courage to post something online, worrying about what people might think. Um, just leaping out on faith, doing what you dream, right? I know what that takes in order to do that. It takes boldness, it takes courage, right? And so for me, I look for people like that to be their first purchase. You know why? It's because I know psychology wise, it's very crucial for people to be able, it's something that's mental that helps you when you get that first sale. And I want to be able to encourage them to keep on going, because one of the worst feelings an entrepreneur or a person who have a product or service have when they go out and they invest and they do all this different stuff and no one purchased their item. I know that is crucial, because it's like the small business owners, it either make them or break them. Sometimes the launch, when you launch a business, is follows right behind you closing the business, if that makes sense, due to if anyone purchased your stuff, because they feel really really bad. And sometimes a person just need motivation. They see that one person believe in their vision and they purchase something, or they share their posts, or they comment on their posts. You know, think about that. So many of you might be thinking like, all right, now I'm not in a position where I can go buy stuff from everybody. So I just can't. Okay. Well, I like to tell you to remove I can't, first of all. But second of all, there are so many other different ways that you can support a business that may not be monetarily, which most people don't do. So, how can you support? Like I said before, you can comment on their posts, you can like their videos, you can share, you can mention their name uh, in a post, or you can refer business to them. Those are excellent ways that you can support a small business owner without you actually putting money into their business, because maybe you don't have it, and that's okay. But it's so many other ways, like I said, because they need that motivation, they need that encouragement. And if you are a business owner yourself and you're not receiving the orders or the shared posts or the comments that you think you should, when was the last time that you commented on someone else's post telling them congratulations? There are so many people on social media that have achieved some goal that they have been working towards. Is it taking anything from you just to tell that person congratulations? I mean, really, is it taking anything away from you? No. When you learn how to congratulate others, others will start congratulating you. You can't expect people to be happy for some accomplishment that you made and take the time to like, follow, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff that we want people to do if you won't even do the same thing for them. Like I said, it is a system centered around how we receive. It's called the boomerang effect. You throw the boomerang out, it will come back. Okay? And so when was the last time that you support somebody's business? When was the last time that you engaged, you liked somebody's video, or you hearted somebody's post, or you told someone congratulations, or you saw something that someone posted and it resonated with you, and you let them know thank you. You just said thank you. All of that, all of those things play a crucial role in the development of you as well as the growth of your business as an entrepreneur. Because people don't care how much you know, people care about how much you care. All right. And so if you're looking at your inventory, it's staying packed on the wall. You looking at your how many people are following or subscribing to whatever you're doing, and it's at a standstill, or it's not growing, or it's not what you would like it to be, then it's time for you to do a self-evaluation. How are you treating others? All right. And so a lot of the times our problems is not the people, it's us. And it's hard for us sometimes to see the truth, to see that the reason why you're in a certain situation is because of you, not somebody else. Okay? We got to be honest with ourselves, because many of you starting these businesses, or you already have a business and you want to go to the next level and you're trying to figure out why it's not going. You got to change that mindset. And I'm telling you from experience, it's not like I'm coming on here acting like, oh, I'm holier than thou. Oh, I'm righteous. Oh, I did this. I did that. Yada, yada, yada. I'm talking to you and you need to do this. No, baby girl. No, no, no. I had to do this. I had to do a self-evaluation of myself and be honest. And then be honest, some things kind of hurt. I was like, wow. And when I really start deep diving into my personal mindset, my business, and everything like that, I really saw where I needed to improve in some areas. And quite a few areas I need to improve in. And once I did that, of course, like I said, I'm a praying woman. So I go to God for a lot of things, pray to him to really help me. Um, I did. And my business just skyrocketed, right? And so now I want to share this experience with you for free, because this is some information that I had to learn over time. But I want to give back, and I want you to know that it is a circle of repercussions, whether good or bad, based upon how you respond, how you act, how you treat others, right? And you're not going to be perfect with it, because I'm not perfect with it. Sometimes you make mistakes. You don't do the communication like you're supposed to do, or you communicated but didn't communicate the right way. I'm not saying you're going to be perfect at it. I'm not perfect at it, because there's no one that's perfect. But what I am saying, you need to be mindful of this, and you need to change your posture now. All right. You need to change your posture now, because this is what's going to determine whether your business lasts or grow or produce the fruit that you want it to produce moving forward from this quarter going on into 2025. The problem is not them, it's you. It was me. I was the problem. Okay. And when I got that I was the problem and I was honest with myself, let me give you an example. If anyone, like on TV, they show Alcoholics Anonymous, right? What is the first thing when you see on television shows when you see them in that circle and they're all alcoholics, or maybe they've been on, street pharmaceuticals? We're gonna say that because I don't want them to flag this video. And what is the first thing you have to do? You have to admit that you have a problem, that you have an addiction, before you can even start the program to be able to move forward. All the individuals who cannot admit that they had an addiction, they never completed the program because they don't feel they really have a problem. They got too much pride. What is the thing they have to say when they're alcohol and they go to AA? Hello, my name is such and such, and I am an alcoholic. That's what they say, right? Why do you have to say that? It's because the first thing of growth and the first thing of change is that you have to admit there is a problem. Hello, Anvil, aka the Jarvis. You have to admit that you have a problem. And once you can admit that you have a problem, there comes change with execution, with the plan of how you're going to execute to be able to change your life. That's your life, that's your business, that's everything, right? Because many times as business owners, you feel like your business is separate, your personal is separate. I had to learn this. Shout out to KBBU. Check it out, kbbullc.com. I had to really see and understand that they're not separate. They're together. It's like peanut butter and jelly, meatballs and spaghetti. The things that go together. You cannot have your personal life in chaos and think you're not going to carry that in your business, and vice versa. It's not going to work. Stop fooling yourself. You have to get yourself straight. And for me, you have to get yourself straight. If you guys, because we have different people from different backgrounds that follow, listen, and tune into our network. So I'm speaking from right now to individuals like myself who believe in God, right? You got to get yourself right with them. You have to get yourself right with them. Okay? You have to do the things that is not easy, that may hurt, which means you may need to remove yourself from certain situations that will create a problem in order for you to be able to leave that life that you currently have now in order to have the life that you want to change for the present and the future. Okay? And shout out to She Trucking, because she did provide with me so many mentorship for years. I was her mentee for years. So shout out to Sheree Moore from She Trucking. And I had a plethora of other mentors. Shout out to Dr. Fashion. All right. And anybody else that I may have forgotten, I'm sorry, because I do not have this written down. I don't have a script. I'm just talking to you guys from the heart. And so thank you. If I did not mention your name, doesn't mean I don't value you. It just means that I just don't remember it right. This ain't scripted. This is from the heart. And their names just popped up in my mind. But I thank all my coaches, whether I paid or not, and all my mentors, because all of you actually help in assisting me in various different ways, whether it was personal or business, of what I needed at that time. Because you can't do it by yourself. You need to get that out of your head. You can't do it by yourself. Let's see. AKA Jarvis said, this is very real, and I had to admit to myself that I was the part of the problem. He said, then I slowly fixed it. I am not perfect, but I am closer. This is great information, and all should hear this. And he said, LOL, probably when I said something funny. Thank you for tuning in. And so, coaches, consultants, they usually charge. Mentors would never charge you. And we have to change our relationship on how we deal with money. Now, I prefer the term currency, but due to this video, most people don't call their money currency. I do, because now I understand that money can come and go, but currency is ever flowing. And when you start understanding the way that life works, the way that currency works, you change your lingo, you change your terminology, because your words hold power. Okay. And when you start doing more personal development, you're going to understand what I mean. You have to be careful with what you think, and you have to most definitely be careful with what you say, because what you say comes true, whether directly or indirectly. You have to stop saying I can't, because if you say I can't, you won't. Let me say it again. If you say I can't, I can't, I can't, guess what? You won't, you won't, you won't. And for years, I used to always say, well, someone would say, well, you need to do this right here, and it costs this amount of money, years ago. And I was like, well, I can't. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do. And guess what? I never did. I never did. When I removed I can't from my vocabulary and said I can't, I can, and I started saying, okay, let me make this happen. Guess what? It happened every single time. You have to believe in what you're doing even when nobody else does. You have to have the posture that even when everything around you is looking like it's bleak, like it's not going to happen, it's not going to work, you have to believe that it will and keep working as if nothing is going wrong. And I guarantee, because every time, because it's not always easy for me. Come on now, let's keep it real. People think entrepreneurship is easy. It's not easy. Entrepreneurship is one of the hardest things I ever had to do in my entire life. I thought working a traditional 9 to 5 was something that was hard. Yeah, it has its ups and downs where it can be hard with dealing with people, dealing with your supervisors and stuff like that. Yeah, that can be difficult sometimes. But I'm talking about it can be difficult, but you know that if you get paid every week, your check is coming every single Friday, right? If you get paid every week when you work in a traditional job. And I'm not against traditional jobs, because hey, work that job until your entrepreneurship replace your income. Don't let nobody make you feel bad because you're an entrepreneur and you work at the same time. Do your thing, because this is not the time in the economy to drop your 9 to 5, your secure income, in order to do your dream when your dream is not making the income that you need in order to survive. You work your dream, but you also work that job until your dream can pay for your life. Okay, don't let nobody fool you. Don't let nobody fool you now. This is not the time to leave your job if you know that if your business is not making the money that it need to make. And don't you feel bad, because there's a whole lot of entrepreneurs that's working and they're not even telling you. Now, I am a full-time entrepreneur, but it took me a long time to become a full-time entrepreneur, where my entrepreneurship supports everything that I do. Pay the mortgage, pay the car note, pay the put the kids through different programs for school. And it took a long time where, my business was on training wheels for a very long time before it could replace my income. And I tell people, don't you drop your job. Don't you listen to these people on here talking about, oh, yeah, go ahead, start entrepreneurship and quit that job. Well, how are you gonna survive? And then if you got children, you got a significant other, how you gonna survive? You got to be realistic now. You gotta be smart. So don't let anyone make you feel bad if you are still working and you're an entrepreneur. Because keep in mind that it's temporary. Your situation right now is temporary. Eventually, you keep on working, you figure out how to do it. You be around the right people. You have your mentors, you have your coaches, your consultants that can really help you get from point A to point B to the finish line. Your business will replace your income. But I can't tell you how long that's going to take because everybody's a little bit different. We have Robert in the building saying, hey, Brother Martin, because we actually streaming on hashtag Black LinkedIn. Shout out to Dr. Martin for allowing CTR Media Network to stream over there with his people. Yes. The driver says it get easier the longer you stay in. Yeah, I would say it gets easier for you to know and to be able to manage. Because you're right, because once you do something for a long time, the posture, you know the system and it gets a little better. But it's still not going to remove some of the problems that every business owner you have, right? And so I tell my clients, you have to change the way that you look at problems. Normally, when we think about problems, we think of it in a negative way. All right. And you're trying to say, how can you look at it any other way? Right. Usually we're trained to look at problems, or some people like to call situations, in a negative way. I had to change my mindset. Every time I run into a problem or situation, I look at it as a way that I am in a position to create a solution for that. And being that this problem presented itself to me is giving me the know-how that, number one, is something that I need to fix. Number two, is giving me an opportunity to be able to solve the problem. And once I solve the problem, it's making me even more of an expert in my genre, because I know that there are a group of people out here in this world that is facing that same problem, but do not have the solution yet. And guess what? My value just went up even more because I solved the problem. So start looking at your problems or your situations as a way to create solutions. And once you create that solution, it makes you more valuable because someone else is looking for the answer to the problem that you just solved. The only thing you need to do is find them, and they will opt into whatever it is, because it's a group of people like myself that's in the mindset now. I'm not going to try to figure out everything. I was used to be in the mindset, okay, because I got education, I'm smart. I can figure this out on myself. I'm gonna go ahead and go to YouTube University, find me a video, or find me. I'm gonna just do this myself. I'm not paying nobody no money. I'm not paying nobody no money for that. Listen, that was the faulty thinking. That was faulty thinking. Let me tell you, that was one of the worst things that I could have ever thought in my life, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because the time that I wasted trying to figure out something, I could have been doing something that I already know how to solve and be able to expand my business, start working in it, but on the outside of it, in order to grow and scale it up even quicker and faster. But no, I'm over here in somebody else's lane trying to figure out something that I shouldn't be trying to figure out. And what I should have been doing back in the day was went to somebody that already solved the problem so that I can go ahead and get that done to move on. A lot of us, we in this mindset, I'm not going to pay this person for that because I can find out this information by myself. Well, how long is going to take you to find that information? How long is going to take you once you find that information to be able to duplicate that system, to be able to do whatever it is that you need to do? What's the learning curve and the amount of time it's going to take you to be able to build or do whatever it is that you need to do? Think about all that time. Think about the mental anguish that you go through trying to solve a problem in a niche that you're not qualified for. But being that you're being stingy, yeah, I'm gonna say it. You don't want to invest in somebody that already have the answer. You putting yourself through unnecessary stress. Unnecessary. Like literally, I put myself through unnecessary stress because I'm like, I ain't gonna pay for that. I'm smart. I can figure it out. I'll do it myself. I think about so much time I wasted doing that. So much time. Now, the new Tina, honey, I'm not doing that. I just search around for the right person who I feel can give me the solution to my problem, and I pay them. I'm like, listen, how much that costs? What's the turnaround on how fast we can get this done? Okay, no, I'm gonna pay you, or you and your team. How long is it gonna take you guys to be able to finish what I need done? Because I'm not doing it. We not doing it. We're gonna outsource. We're gonna delegate over here at CTR Media Network. We're gonna get somebody else that's gonna do it. Oh, and it's certain things that I know how to do. Because let me tell you something. A true business owner and entrepreneur. Let me tell you something. You should know how to do every piece of your business. I'm talking about from the entry level all the way up to the CEO. You should have some knowledge on every single level of your business. I work my business as if I was not the owner. I started and I learned every little piece enough. I would say that because I'm not an expert on every piece of what we do at CTR because we are a TV and podcast and media distribution company. But I know a little bit on. Now some things I know a whole lot on, but certain things I don't know everything, but I know enough. All right, you should know a little bit about each facet of your business, a little bit, each layer, each level, because that's protection for you, and you should never be in the dark on what's going on in your business. I would say that. All right, but with that being said, that don't mean that you need to be doing everything in your business. You have some knowledge on everything that's going on in your business, but that don't mean you need to be the CEO, the COO, the CMO, the CFO. Listen, don't kill yourself. Oh, see, I shouldn't have said that word. Unalive yourself, because you know you gotta be careful what you say on social media, because they will pull your video down. You have to be. You need to start delegating. And if you have a problem with delegation, that means that you have a problem with pride and you have a problem with control. You like, ooh, Dr. Tina, you getting a little too deep early in the morning. Because I'm being moved to tell you guys this. I don't know who need to hear it, but somebody need to hear it. If you have a problem with delegation, that's because you have a problem with pride and you have a problem with control. And you should, and and many times some people have problem with trust. Okay. Now I feel like you should only put your trust in God, but due to the sake of this video, we're going to use the word trust because everybody is familiar with the word trust. You can have confidence in people, but you should put your trust only in God. But I'm not going to go into no preaching to you. You got to do your own research to understand why that is so. But for this video, most people say trust in people, but you know, people can let you down. That's why you need to have confidence in them that they will do whatever they need to do. But getting back to the point, I would say this because everything that I'm speaking to you about is not something that I'm just pointing the finger at you. I'm speaking from personal experience. And people ask me, how did you grow so much? How did you do this? How can you run more than one business? And it's not just me. Okay. I have a team. I have support. We have family owned businesses. All right. It's not just me. But I had to learn how to delegate. I remember when I was just starting out, and not just starting out, I mean, years in, I would do everything. Everything that y'all will see on social media, from the graphics to the production of the shows to the, I would do everything because of past experience and past baggage of people who let me down. People who came into my business that I did trust, quote unquote, or put confidence in to help me. They went and duplicated and copied and pretty much watered down what I built. Right. So I had issues. I had issues with the emotions. That's why I tell you, you got the emotions. You got your emotions. And so I literally had emotional trust issues. I had pride, and I wanted to control. So I felt like the only way that I could control the situation if I did not let no one else in. Meaning, I made my bed hard and I had to lay in it. I burnt myself out. Burnt myself out to the point that I was like almost ready to go to the hospital because I wore myself out. Because I'm up here being a one-woman show running a entire empire, right? And you just can't do that because I'm afraid of what someone would come in, steal, plunder, and conquer, because they lied on me on so many different things, right? And people who I love, because you have those people that work with you that eventually some of them become friends, and you be like, why did they do that? Like, why did they do that? Why they use me? Why they didn't pay or do what they supposed to do? And it messed me up mentally, where literally I looked at everybody with a side eye. I was like, mm-mm. Anybody that would come to me and say, I want to help you, I'm like, why? What's your MO? Why you want to help me for? Why you want to know that information for? I was suspicious of everybody. And let me tell you, that's a tactic of the enemy, honey, because I almost killed the dream because I allowed baggage from past bad business deals, past bad relationships, past bad independent contractors and employee situations. I allowed it and I carried it on into my other businesses and my relationships because I felt like I can't trust nobody. Every time I turn around, they stealing stuff, they doing this. Then they're gonna act like that was their idea. They go and do this, do that, do this. And listen, too much energy, too much energy. And I really, like I said, I had to really take some time and just really deep dive and really heal from all of that and really see it from what it truly is. We put people in the wrong position in our life so many different times. And I did that. Some people just need to be your friend. I don't care if they do a service that you need in your business. Some of them people just need to be your friend or an associate. But we say, oh man, my friend do this. My friend do that. And I want to bring my friend in to do this. And sometimes you got to just leave them where they at. All right. And don't get discouraged when you put people in the wrong position and then they don't do, or they don't reach your expectations because you put them there. I put them there. That wasn't the way they were supposed to be. So listen, Mr. H said, wait, he said, I hope you know that my baby girl, wait a minute. I hope you know that my baby girl comment was only me paraphrasing your own point earlier about how your listeners, entrepreneurs, need to always improve themselves or else be prepared to fail. Yeah, Mr. H, I don't take stuff I don't take stuff personal like that. I don't be getting all up in my emotions like that, like I used to. Okay, because hunty, I used to be so emotional. Like, I remember I used to have like what they call it, stomach spasms, because I used to be like in a constant state of being anxious and panicky and all of that. I don't even deal with that anymore. I used to be in a constant state of depression. all the time. I mean, so much so that at one time I used to have to take medication for depression because I mean, literally because I was so emotional and taking everything so personal. And I'm not on any medication now. I can't tell you the last time I had a anxiety or panic attack because I had to learn how to see things for what they truly are. I had to learn how to stop being trying to control everything and allow people to help me and not judge a new person based upon a past experience from other people who may have I felt it done me wrong. But the one thing that I learned, and right now I want to be on record to thank every person, whether good or bad, that came into my life, because now I understand why those things had to happen. Every situation that I felt that was a bad situation, a relationship failed, a partnership failed, or something didn't go the way that I anticipated. Maybe someone came in and tried to do some copyright infringement. FYI, uh, I don't play that no more because I do let the legal system handle some stuff. But I digress. All of that stuff, I'm like, you know what? People come into your life either for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Let me say that again. People come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Very few people get to the lifetime category. And how do you gauge a person that's more than likely in the lifetime category? If your relationship with a person can last past 7 years, then 9 times out of 10, that is a lifetime person. If they can make it past 7 years. I said past, not on, past 7 years. That infancy stage of year 1 to 6, that's a tester, that's a buffer. Some people last in your life for 5, 6 years, and you be like, "Ooh, this is a lifetimer." And then right before you get to the 7th year or get past the 7th year, the relationship kind of like you start looking kind of funny. Every person that came into my life, whether it was good, but we're gonna talk about bad. Every person that came into my life that I felt like, oh my God, what I thought you was my friend. Oh, I thought you was a business partner. Oh, I thought you listen. It all taught me some valuable lessons. And now that I'm mature enough to handle it and I know what's going on, I thank them because I learned more from the so-called bad situations than all the good ones. Because it taught me about people personalities, the spirits that they bring. It taught me how to have posture to be able to communicate in a better way, because sometimes it was just that my communication was off. And I hated confrontation. I still don't like confrontation. So I will avoid certain things and saying certain things because I was like, oh, I don't want to have an argument. And listen, that was bad. I should have just said how I felt about certain things. Certain things I wouldn't even say how I felt because I was like, I don't want to get in an argument. Okay. Listen, I have those conversations now. I'm like, listen, let's just keep it out. When I feel like something ain't right, hold up. Let me pull you on the side and have a one-on-one. Because this is how I feel. This is what was done. And let's talk about this right here. Was that intentional? The reason why I'm having this conversation with you is because I do value our relationship and I feel that it may just be a miscommunication. Am I right or am I wrong? And we just talk about it. Okay? We just have that conversation whether I'm working with a man or a woman. We have those healthy conversations. Okay, but years ago I wasn't mature enough to do it because I was all up in my emotions. But I'm new now. I am renewed. I am another person now. That's why I want to talk to you about it. And that's how my business just really changed and grew so much, is because I got out of my emotions. I saw things I see things now for what there truly is. People come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And most of these people who come into your life for a reason, we be putting them in the wrong placement in our life, and then we expect something different. It's okay for someone to come in your life just for a certain time period or to fulfill or do something, and it's over with. It's okay. What did you learn from that situation? That's what I would tell you. If you feel like somebody has misaligned you, said some things about you that wasn't true, because that do happen a lot, what can you learn from that situation? You needed to dissect that relationship, that encounter, and break it down, because it's a lesson to be learned from that, and how you can avoid. If you don't like that situation, break that down and figure out what it is that you don't like. What's the personality that presented itself that don't work well with you? All right, because their personality don't work well with everybody. And you need you need to be able to identify that when you see that type of personality with other people, that you know right off the bat, like, whoa, okay, I know this person do XYZ, but their personality don't really mesh with mine. So I'm not gonna be in a close business relationship with them. We might just do like little projects or something like that. But we our personalities just don't work well together to do a lot of like big stuff together. Or maybe you decide, I'm not gonna do anything with that person or that business, because their core values are not the same as yours. It's some people and businesses that I won't even touch, and they be wanting to do business with me because they don't. The core values are so different that I know that my ethics, morals, principles, and all that, it don't align. It don't align. And when it don't align, I walk away. I don't care how much money is on the table. I'm like, don't work for me. I appreciate the offer, but at this time, we will have to decline the offer. And that's the posture you need to have. You don't ever need to let money determine your decision. Because listen, that can be, when you let money make the decision for you, that'd be one of the worst collaborations and stuff you ever had. Speaking from experience. Um, Mr. H says, how do you balance healthy, wise caution with past broken trust in business and in other areas? So let me read that again. How do you balance healthy, wise caution? Well, like I said now, first of all, for me, I have to remove the emotion. And being a woman, I know some of my women might not agree with this, but I'm speaking for myself as a woman. We're very emotional. Okay, men typically, they're not emotional driven people. Typically, we have some men that are a little bit more emotional than others, but for the most part, men are very logical. They're very rational. Women, speaking for me, we usually is steered by the emotion of a situation. And so for me, I had to develop a new posture where I did not take my emotions into the situation. I had to learn how to think logical and rational and drop the emotion, and understand that at the end of the day, this is just business. Okay? Just business. And where's the data? Where's the things that line up? So for me, I have to use healthy caution when I'm doing business. Like I said, from all the past experiences that I had with individuals or businesses, with collaborations or whatever the case may be, that did not turn out the way that I wanted to turn out. First, I had to do a self-evaluation and realize that I played a part in it as well. Okay. What is it about me that I attracted this kind of person? Let's keep it real. Why did I attract this? Okay. Because listen, we attract a lot of the core of who we are. Why did they see the need that they could use me? Right? Because I allowed it. Okay? I let my kindness be my weakness. Okay? I used to remove myself from the equation and put all the blame on the other people. And I never grew. When I start putting some of that blame on myself and really saying, okay, the reason why this person was able to get through to me, or people was able to get through to me, is because I had some things about myself from my past that I did not heal from. Feeling unworthy, feeling like I'm not good enough, feeling like everybody else was better than me. No matter how many awards or education I had, I felt like I just never was good enough, right? That low self-esteem that I had on myself years ago, without me even knowing, was self-sabotaging my growth in a personal and a business way. And when I realized what was going on in me, and that certain things that I was going through that was in my personal life or my business life, it was a reflection of me not addressing something that happened years ago. Once I tapped into that and realized, okay, the reason why these people are coming is because I need to heal from all this other stuff. I need to really eradicate this, whatever this is in me that I feel like I'm not worthy. And when did it start? And when I start doing that personal work on myself, and I start understanding the value that I bring, and the value that I bring is not because I'm well educated or that I have certifications and all that. Even if I didn't have that, I'm still valuable. I'm still worthy. All right. And you don't have to have no degrees and all that stuff to be valuable and be worth it. You know what? When you come out the womb, you worth it. How about that? It's just that sometimes due to our environments and different things like that, we lose ourselves. And so for me, there really never no true balance. It's just you have to learn how to take time and stop rushing everything, and really take time to look at things how they truly is, and work your best in order not to repeat the same problems or the same situations that you had before, by self-evaluating situations that did not work for you, doing that hard deep dive. Why did it not work for you? What was it? Was a breakdown in communication? How did this happen on my watch? What was the signs? Because things just don't happen. God give you signs. He give you signals to let you know something ain't right. But we choose, or red flags, but we choose to overlook them. So what was it that was presented and I just overlooked it? And so for me, I had to learn how to evaluate all of those things from other people and also from myself, more importantly, so that I could grow on a personal and a business level. Now, in regards to broken trust with business, I had to look at it like this. Every situation where I feel like someone broke my trust, I now thank them. And people's like, you probably saying like, how can you thank a person or thank someone that did you wrong? Because like I said, I learned more from those situations than I ever did for a partnership that went great all the time. Okay. Now, in the beginning, the old Tina was like, I was so emotional. It just hurt me so bad. Certain people that I allowed get real close, and they only got close to me because they wanted to be attached to what I was doing, affiliate with what I was doing, so they can piggyback off of the growth and the accomplishments that I have from a personal and a business standpoint. They only want access to me for the growth, to be more visible and stuff like that. Because I have a TV show and all this other stuff like that. Or they see me on the cover of some magazines or whatever. And it hurt because just because you're an influencer, or TV host, podcast host, or an entrepreneur, we have feelings. And so it hurt it because you're looking, thinking, coming from a pure, authentic place. And then they're coming from a sneaky, conniving snake. I call it snake-like personality to divide, conquer, and plunder, right? And so your feelings get hurt, right? But for me, I had to learn how to heal from that and not take that baggage onto another relationship and prejudging people based upon what someone else did. It's very similar to when you in a relationship, break up with a person, and you either choose to heal from that situation, or you take that baggage onto the next relationship. And we know how it goes when you take baggage from a previous relationship onto a new relationship. It sabotages that new relationship. So I had to learn to departmentalize and leave that situation in that situation, and then work strategically in order to figure out where was the breakdown, what was the signs and signals that I should have saw, that I could have removed myself much sooner, right? And so um and with that being said, I have to constantly have the posture that even if something don't go ideal, that I don't allow that to stop me from delegating, adding more people to the team, and building and scaling and growing. Because what can happen when someone, when someone, the trust fall, or that someone do you some type of way, you can go back and close yourself up. And then when you close yourself up, you start getting isolated, and then you start reverting back to the same way you used to be. And so for me, I had to learn that even when things are not ideal, that I cannot revert back to my old habits. Because your old habits, even if they're not a good habit, it can provide you comfort. And the only thing, when you're going through things, you want to feel safe, you want to feel comfortable. But in this case of scaling and building your business, you can't do it by yourself, and you can't allow a bad situation that happened in one situation to dictate what you do in the present and what you're going to do in the future, because you can't do it by yourself. And so I don't allow myself to carry that baggage on to new relationships. Everybody's on a clean slate. I don't care if they had a bad situation go on with someone else. I don't prejudge a person based upon their relationship with somebody else, because I understand that everybody's relationship is different. And everybody that comes to you, whether it's you, me, or them, they present, it's a different person. I cannot tell you how many times I'm a friend with somebody and they also is a friend to someone else. But that person, that same person, is a different type of person with that person versus me. Like, for example, I have a friend. She is a nurturer. We talk about the Bible together. We do all, different kind of stuff. But yet with the other friend in our friend circle, that is not what she provide for that other friend. That other friend, she hold her hand, she got to kind of walk her through things. She's not really speaking to her too much about the scriptures, but she's speaking to her about personal development. So basically, a friend or a business partner is providing the needs of that individual, and I understand that. All right. And so I try my best not to prejudge people based on their relationship with somebody else, because their relationship with them is not their relationship with me. And long as they're on the up and up with me, they treat me with respect, I'm treating them with respect. We can work together. I don't care what you did over here. Now, unless you're doing something illegal. Now you're doing something illegal. Ain't no talking that we gonna do. You ain't no building we gonna do. But if it's just like a misunderstanding you having over here, but you did good to me on the up and up over here, it got to be something very, very bad for me to kind of like allow what I see happen with somebody else, that I don't allow somebody to come in based upon that. It got to be something really, really bad, because I am very big on, well, that's your experience with that person. That's not my experience with the person. Okay, they haven't done anything to me. All right. Because many times we want to carry on somebody else's experience. And I realize that everybody's different with everybody. We provide different needs with everybody that we're with. And the person who that person is not the person that I know. So anywho, it got to be something very, very, very bad for me to be like, oh no, I'm staying away from this person. No, no. But Dave Chappelle would agree. Yeah, listen, Dave Chappelle is more than a comedian. I call him a lifeologist, meaning that man in his comedy, he be giving us some life lessons. We be laughing, but listen, I watch Dave Chappelle, to really get what's going on, the meat and potatoes, because he is a good storyteller, but he also has a lot of rational logic, and he be like telling some truth. Okay. So to me, he's more than just a comedian. He's really uh he's like uh he is the clean version, I would say, of, because I have never heard him live, so I don't know if he is a person who cursed a lot in live. But I'm talking about from what I see online, he's pretty much a clean comment for what I see online. Cat Williams, he can be clean and he can be, he can have them little bomb, them little words he say. But Cat Williams be spitting some truth too. So many times we just laughing at the jokes, but I be looking at what's the meaning behind the joke. I be like, they telling the truth. We laughing, but that mess is the truth. But anywho, I hope this is pretty much audio wave where you're gonna hear me versus seeing me. And I want to encourage you guys because I have been gone. We did the announcement Monday at the CTR Media Network Top Podcasters Awards. You can now download CTR Media Network on your iOS phone and also your Android devices, and you can watch our podcasting shows. We are adding more content every single day. Go ahead and download today. You can watch everything for absolutely free. There are no subscriptions over there. You can go build, scale, and learn. We have various different channels that's there. We have Pod TV, which is a mixture of various different podcast shows. Then we have, give me one moment. We have out community outreach and nonprofit TV. And I'm not going to YouTube right now so that I can tell you guys all these different channels, so I won't miss a channel. So we have community outreach and nonprofit TV, where you can know what's going on in your community and different various nonprofits that are helping. We have homeschooling and books TV, where you can go and find your next best book, or if you are home educating your children, you can find out some more information about homeschooling. We have entertainment and lifestyle TV, where it's going to be where all the content there is going to be from an entertainment lifestyle standpoint. So you're going to be hearing about celebrities. You're going to be hearing about trending topics, what's going on in the world, and you're going to be at different events because our podcasters, some of them, they go to the Stellar Awards and all this other stuff like that. So you'll be getting some behind the scenes as well as some interviews and people who are in your movies that you like to watch and the shows that you like to watch. You'll be able to get a bird's eye view of what they're doing, right? Then we have, for those of you, like today, we're talking about entrepreneurship and mindset development. So you can actually go to Entrepreneurship and Career TV on CTR Media Network, and you'll be able to learn about if you are working a traditional 9 to 5 or in corporate America. We have shows, and then we also have ones who's going to be bringing on entrepreneurs and all of that. We have self-improvement TV for those of you who need to build your personal development, change your mindset, you actually change your life. And for those of you who are looking for more of a Christian-based content that comes along with Bible principles, we have Grateful and Hopeful TV, where all of the content creators up under there, you will literally be able to get the information, but also it's going to be from a biblical perspective. We also have Audiowave, which you're listening to now, that you can click and you can listen to it. We have Event TV for those of you who like to go to events and learn, where we're going to be posting various different events where you can hear from various different speakers. And be able to learn, build, and grow from a variety of different genres. We also have our and you can watch us now. You can watch CTR Media because we have expanded. You can now watch CTR Media Network on Amazon Fire TV, Roku TV, Apple TV, Android TV. You can download us on the iOS app or Apple Store. You can download us for free on Google or Android, Google Play, Android, however you want to call it, for absolutely free. And we encourage you guys to go over there and look and share as well. For those of you who do not have those type of devices in order to watch our content or listen to our content, You can go on over to our website at ctrmedianetwork.com and click the online TV tab where we are streaming 24/7, 7 days a week. We have about it's either 7 or 10 channels that are there where you can binge watch some of our shows. We have CTR Media Network, where it's a collective of all of our podcasts, and then some of our podcasters have their own channels, similar to how you can watch various different shows, binge watch them, so you can be able to catch up on their episodes. We have a TV guide where you can click and see what the episode is going to be about and how long the episode is going to air. And you can literally, watch it 24/7, 7 days a week from my website. So if you don't have the Amazon Fire, Roku, Android TV, Apple TV, you still can enjoy our content for absolutely free by going to our website 24/7, 7 days a week. The only thing you need is the internet connection. And I know you got it. I know you got it. Because we want to make sure that regardless of how you want to tune in, there will be no excuses. We want you guys to walk into your best life. We want you to be able to sustain. Many of the people that we have on our shows, you may not be able to go to their events, or you may not be able to afford some of their consultations, but they have been so kind to be interviewed and share some amazing tips and strategies that I feel that you can benefit from. So take your time, go through all of the information. And we have a global audience base. So in some countries, you might can't have Roku. Who knows? But you have internet. So you can go to the website and watch even more things that's not even on the premium TV side. So you're taken care of either way. And of course, we encourage you to follow us on all social media platforms, because you'll see us streaming, and want you to subscribe to all of our different podcasts that's featured on the front of our YouTube channel. Yes, our YouTube channel. Let me see. We got a comment from Mr. H. What are the better platforms for live streaming / podcasting, and why? Um, it's ironic that you're asking that question, because that is one of the questions that we actually answered in our CTR Media Network third anniversary magazine. And you guys can get a digital copy for free. We extended it. We did say 24 hours, but we decided to extend it so you can get it. I'm going to have to drop that in the community tab so you guys can get it. But just to answer some of your question right now, because that can be really deep, and I'll create a video about it. For me, I have always hold true to StreamYard. Is a great, because that's what I'm using right now, StreamYard. However, StreamYard last week just changed ownership. So the guys that own StreamYard, created StreamYard, I thought all those years ago, they just sold the business to another company. Now, with that being said, um, it's some things that I do like about StreamYard still, because it's very user friendly. I still recommend StreamYard. And if you want to know some more resources, go to ctrmedianetwork.com and click the resource tab. I actually give you guys resources where you can actually click and get some discounts, or that things that we recommend that you can use to make your production and TV stuff more better. Like, we're not gatekeeping over here. We're letting you know a lot of things that we use or have used, or our podcasters have used, right? And some things that we still use now, but we test out a lot of different things because we constantly get offers. Can you just test this out, right? So you can go there, click the resource tab on ctrmedianetwork.com and see some other things. But I personally like StreamYard. Now, since the ownership has changed, I do not like what they're doing with the pricing. Personally, the service is still great. Now, I'm not saying the service is not great, and that's why I'm still using it. But I do not appreciate almost a 400% markup on people who've been here for years. Like, for example, StreamYard, with the ownership change, we had the package that was $47 a month that you can stream to 8 destinations at one time. Well, when the ownership changed, that same package went from $47 a month to $88 a month. And I feel that that is just not right. Me personally. But being that we do most of our streaming, because we do use other platforms, but StreamYard is the main platform that we use. We stayed, but I don't know how long I might stay. I might have to have a little conversation. But as of the service is still very, very good. I just don't like with the switch of the ownership how I mean, it went up over the amount to $88 a month for something that for 5, 6, 7 years you paid $47. Well, I pay a little bit more because I have to get bandwidth and all that other kind of stuff. But it's 47. It was 47. It went up to 88, and I don't like that. Some people like Restream. Restream is still very cost effective. Some people like Zoom. I don't really like Zoom for TV production unless you go and get your Zoom production done, meaning you get your overlays, your lower thirds, and all of that done where it look like a TV show or look like a podcast show. I don't really like when people do, but you can do what you want to do. I think it has a better look once you set up everything in your back end on StreamYard and how it looks once you set up your graphics and stuff. It looks very good, very pleasant to the eye. Whereas Zoom, it don't look well, but Zoom does provide very good recording. All right. Then they got so many different ones out there, but those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head. You're gonna have to go to ctrmedianetwork.com and click the resource tab. We're gonna be adding some more things too. And I like StreamYard. Let me tell you why I like StreamYard too. Is because when you record video like this, they give you the option to be able to have it as video or an MP3, which is very good because what happens when you do on other platforms, you will find that you have to compress the content and the information. So you have to use different software to compress in order for it to be able to be uploaded on like a Spotify for podcasters or be uploaded to Spreaker or Red Circle or something like that. And so I don't personally, I think it's very user friendly and it compress it for you. It compress it for you, and that's why I like it. So you don't have to use other software in order to create your content. YouTube. You asked the question: YouTube versus Facebook Live, and X, Twitter versus Discord. Okay, so YouTube, I would tell people you should always stream on as many platforms as you can because it provides more visibility and it increases your chances for ROI if you're investing in a platform or if a platform is streaming for you, like we stream for our podcasters or allow them to stream on our platform. You should always look for ways to extend your reach and extend your visibility. However, with that being said, I see a lot of content creators making a huge mistake. Huge mistake. You should never just stream on Facebook. Even though I'm streaming on Facebook right now, that is not my only place. I'm streaming on LinkedIn. I'm streaming on Facebook. I'm streaming on YouTube. I stream on, I add content on X. You should never just stream your content on Facebook. And I'm going to break that down in a few minutes. What the one of the main mistakes I see content creators making is that they solely do their show on Facebook only. And that is like one of the worst things you can do if you are a podcaster or you're a content creator. Sorry, y'all. I had to come in here and fix me a sandwich because girl getting hungry. You might hear me munching in a few minutes. And I'm going to tell you why. Because Facebook is really a platform for you to share things with your face. And let me explain that. Think about what the word means. Face, right? what's the root word or the other word? It's a compound word. Facebook is a compound word. It says face and book. So Facebook was created for you to be able to connect with your people, showing your face, right? Showing your face. Facebook, and it creates an overall theme of what you do, who you are, and all that good stuff. Like a book, people can go in and just flip through your timeline and be able to see you on Facebook. When you are a content creator, or I'm just going to speak from podcasting, when you are a podcaster, Facebook was not created initially for you to stream content. It was created for you to be able to post, to be able to build community, to be able to just show photos and different stuff like that. What happens when you stream your podcast on Facebook is that it's only seen in the top of your timeline when you do it. So say, for example, I have an amazing episode, a powerful episode of my podcast that I stream on Facebook. And 2 weeks go by. Where is that post? It's still there, but think about all the things you post within 2 weeks, which means that it's going to drag down. Facebook is not categorized and it's not organized for people to be able to come back and watch your videos and be able to find it just like that with a click. So Facebook is good for what it was built for, but it's not really a good place for you to only depend on it to stream your content. You should use it, but if you're only streaming on Facebook, you're doing yourself a disservice. Now, YouTube is a place that every podcaster, every streamer should be streaming. If you're not streaming every day, you need to be streaming at least every week. Why am I saying this? Because YouTube was created for you to create content, video content, and it's a platform that is organized. So I have videos where people can go back and easily find season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4, season 5. Categorized right there, organized. They can click on it. You can create playlists to organize your stuff. You can create courses and events and different podcast episodes that you want people to see up on a certain niche or genre. It was created for that. And when you stream on YouTube, it gives you a greater opportunity to be able to monetize. It also help you to be able to show up in Google. So now you built up your reach in a way that extends outside of social media into the real world of Google. When people search your show, then they can find you on Google when you do it the right way with SEO, keywords, and all that good stuff like that. But that's a whole different video. Whereas if you're just on Facebook, you may show up, which I do because I know about SEO and keywords and how to properly position myself organically so that it'll show up regardless of whatever platform I'm on. But most people don't know, right? And so you're doing yourself a bit disservice. I tell every content creator, if you're not streaming on YouTube, then you don't exist. Just point blank. You need to be streaming on YouTube. I know you're comfortable on Facebook, and I'm not saying don't stream on Facebook, but I am saying you need to stream on YouTube as well. Discord, I don't use Discord. I am on Discord, but I don't depend on it. My kids use Discord all the time. My husband uses Discord all the time. I use Discord. I'm gonna tell you the only reason why I use Discord. I use Discord when I have my branding deals, and that is one way that some agencies correspond with their brand ambassadors is through Discord. I'm all business in Discord. I don't go on there and do no streaming or no live or no nothing. Now I know there is a thriving audience of gamers, and now podcasters are going over there. TV people is going over there, but that is not a platform that I utilize at the moment for that. I utilize it for business things only. And that's the only thing I use it for. But there are another place that you should be also utilizing, but you need to have at least 150 connections is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a great place to stream. Especially if you're an entrepreneur or business owner, it's because it's all about education. And so people are looking, and they have, and people over on LinkedIn have a broader perspective and a big attention span. Like they don't have a short attention span on LinkedIn. Whereas you can be streaming, like right now I'm streaming on YouTube. People on YouTube, they'll watch a streamer hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. Facebook, not so much. LinkedIn, they will watch and they will usually correspond because it's a group of professionals and intellectuals. Let's just keep it real. You have to know your platform. And so I use that as well. I use all the platforms. Now, Twitter or X, what they call it X, you have to pay now. In the beginning, you did not have to pay to stream on X. And I used to stream 24/7 over there. But now they changed the rules and you have to pay a fee in order to stream your content over there, like going live. But they did change it where now you can put up to 10-minute videos on X. So you will see that we have a lot of different short clips of our podcast episodes and events over on X, which is a good place where you drop your content as well. But don't just drop it. Have some hashtags and all that stuff like that. Because, okay, let me explain to you why you should hashtag your stuff. Hashtags actually help. It organizes your content, and it helped with the algorithms, and it also helped with the systems being able to categorize what type of content you have. So, and when people go and look up keywords, if you have your hashtags and your keywords and your SEOs just right, that your videos will start popping up when they search for stuff. Say, for example, somebody search for homeschooling, they search for podcasts, and they search for whatever. If you did your SEO and your keywords correctly, and depending upon how popular that video was, it can pop up inside of the recommendations. So that's why it's important for you to do that. But if you don't get anything else from this, I want to make sure that all you content creators, podcasters, streamers understand you need to stream on YouTube. Now, YouTube do have their own rules and stuff, and a lot of things change. YouTube is forever changing with what they do. So you need to keep up on what's going on. But YouTube make it easier for people to find your content more so than Facebook. I got videos. I've been on social media ever since 2009. If somebody want to find a video that I did in 2010, don't you know they got to scroll through all that content? Or they got to search in that feature that YouTube got, search that year, but they still got to go through that entire year. Now, who's going to do that? It's only two types of people that go through that. Somebody who really want to know whatever it is about you, and then some people that's a little creepy that go through they go down your timeline 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. Now, that's just a little bit strange, I would say. I have had people went down my timeline and I received a notification that someone liked my post. And that post, I'm talking about this year. And that post was from 2018. 2018 on Facebook. I said, ooh, why somebody going that far? I mean, that's just, I'm not going down nobody's timeline that far. Like, that's a little creepy to me. I'm like, oh, you got that much kind of time that you're going to go down to 2018? That don't even make sense to me. But anywho, people do what they want to do. Because when you put stuff out on the public platform, people can search whatever they want to search. But me, I'm not going down nobody's timeline, no 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years. That's why I tell you, YouTube is the best place, because even things that I created 2013, it's very easy to find on YouTube because it's organized. Okay. And YouTube will recommend your content because they recommend my content all the time. It's so many new subscribers on our YouTube channel right now because YouTube they recommended our video. And we ain't even paying for no paid ads. They recommend it based upon having those keywords, SEOs, and all that. So you should be on all platforms as a content creator that is popular. However, you should never not put time into YouTube. And a lot of people put all their time and effort, and I'm speaking from experience. When I first started, I used to do Facebook all the time, just Facebook, okay? I used to do that all the time because 98% of all of my clients came from Facebook. And many people talking about people don't buy on Facebook. That's not true. People do so buy. They're just not buying from you, but they buy. Because my audience was 98%, even though I was on all the platforms, 98% of my clients came from Facebook. And so I was like, man, I'm putting my time and energy on the platform where the people actually listen and buy, right? Every now and then I do something on YouTube. That was when I first started out. I got really comfortable on Facebook. And I'm going to tell you what happened. When Facebook went and blacked out, you remember when they had the blackout? Guess what? I could not connect with none of my clients. Very few of them I could connect with. But the bulk of my people I couldn't connect with. That's why you should never depend on one platform. Because if they shut down one, you on another. And you should never depend just solely on these platforms. You should always have your own website, your own email list. So if all these platforms went down or you couldn't be on them, then you would still have your own. That's why I tell you guys to go to the website and subscribe. Get on the newsletter because that's how you're going to stay in contact even when these platforms are temporarily unavailable. Because it happens periodically where you can't get on certain platforms, you know. And so you got to be smart when you're on these social media platforms, okay? But for sake of conversation, YouTube is the place, okay? YouTube is the place to be. Think about how many times you search on YouTube. You go on Facebook, you go on Instagram, you do all that stuff. But where do you go to find information? Where do you go to be entertained? Where do you go to find reviews on products and services? I don't know anybody that don't know anything about YouTube. Even if a person is not on social media a lot, they know what YouTube is. So why are you not taking the time to build your YouTube channel? So what? People not listening to your YouTube channel right now because you ain't putting no time in it. You ain't got enough content out. But once you start consistently putting content out, YouTube see that you're taking it seriously. They be promoting you. I mean, they be promoting me, and I know a lot of other people that they still following the recommendations organically. You just got to put some time over there. And right now, YouTube is free. Okay, so I would say YouTube. Young people, they are on Discord. But YouTube is a place where everybody is at. I mean, literally 1 billion or 2 billion people be on YouTube every single month. It's either 1 billion or 2.5 billion. Billion with a B is on YouTube every single month. Every single month. That's how many users. Billions in a month. Our YouTube channel, millions of people watch our YouTube channel every single month. But we talking YouTube itself, billions of people is on YouTube every single month. And if you have a business or you have a message or a mission that you're trying to get out, why you ain't on one of the biggest platforms that is open to the public for absolutely free? Why you not creating no content? What you doing? But you ain't, okay. So that's how I feel about Facebook versus YouTube and all that stuff like that. Facebook Lives has its place. You should do it, but YouTube is a place where you build and scale and grow because it helps you get outside of social media where people can start finding you on Google and all that other stuff like that. It helps you build that lasting digital imprint. And once I start taking YouTube seriously, a lot of stuff changed for me. So I always make sure I put something on YouTube, okay? Because it really is a great, great place for content creators, despite what a lot of people say. YouTube is that place where people can easily find your content year in and year out. So on that note, you guys, I am getting ready to go. As you can hear, I'm over here smacking, honey, because I already talked to you guys almost. It's gonna be 2 hours, but I hope this video. Don't forget to put hashtag sandwich eating. Yeah, Mr. H. It be some creepy people that be on that can be on this social media, but also with that, it's some great people that's on social media. So I'm going for the great people, the amazing people, but in the midst of you building and scaling and people seeing your stuff, it pops up in their recommendations too. So they get the same recommendations you guys get. But with that being said, I hope you guys now understand the differences between, or the similarities, and also the difference between coaching and consulting, and what a mentor is. Also understand the way that the flow of money goes. I prefer saying currency than money, but for the sake of this video, I'm using whatever the terminology everybody else use. The importance of understanding these terminologies so that from now on to 2025, you can change your mindset, change your life, and realize that the core of the problem is not someone else, it's you. Let me say it again. The core of the problem is not the other person. They may be a part of it, but 9 times out of 10, it's you. And once you do that self-reflection and start building and healing yourself from the inside out, not from the outside in, because many of us are very good at making ourselves look good on the outside, looking like we got it all together, but on the inside, we are a hot mess. Focus on that inward work. And when you do that inward work, it will always shine through on the outside. Don't do it the opposite way. Outside, you look good. Inside, you just all messed up, discombobulated, just chaos. Work on the inside so that it can shine through on the outside, and watch how you grow. Understand the flow of currency, understand how it works, and learn how to invest in others. So, and then by default, people are going to start investing in you. It's just a proven fact. And you have to learn just how everything works. Always have a spirit of gratitude and thankfulness. I would encourage any business owner. The key to success is not only what people can do for you, but most importantly, what you can do for them. And always make a way that you are giving back. Don't get so high up that you forget where you came from, number one. And number two, you're not pouring back into the same community that poured into you. Because remember, the reason why you are who you are, other than from God, is because someone took the time, and individuals took the time to pour into your business. So don't forget about those people who poured into your business. That's why I always do some workshops, or I go and speak at a certain different events or different things. Not all events, because I am a paid speaker, but some events I will go in the community for free, especially if it's a nonprofit or very low. They just pay for me to get there or whatever. Because I understand you have to show your gratitude, you have to be thankful, and you have to continuously pour in. You got to continue to pour. You want people to pour into you. You want your business to grow. You want everything to scale. You want your personal life to just be exceptional along with your business. Never forget. That's why I always have my hashtag pay it forward. Every single year, I do hashtag pay it forward. Always pay it forward and watch how your life grows. Watch how your personal and your business life grow. It's just a simple system that has been in existence forever, and you can't skip or overlook some of the steps of the process, because it's an economy. It's a circle. It's like the circle of life, the circle of business. Once you understand how it works, You will never be without. Abundance is the only thing that you're going to know. You will never know lack again. You will always know abundance because now you put in, you will receive. It just, you understand. And you don't have to always have somebody knowing what you're doing. People don't even know a lot of things that I do. And I do that on purpose because I don't care about that. I know I need to do X, Y, Z, but I ain't got to tell everybody. I have poured a seed in other people and I'm like, listen, you ain't got to go on no social media talking about, I want to thank Dr. Rand or CTR me. Don't you know? Because I didn't do it for that. I didn't do it for that. Okay? Everybody ain't got to share everything. It's a lot. I prefer people not even posting certain stuff about when we do stuff for the community. Because if I'm doing it for the community, I'm doing it for the community. I'm not doing it for somebody to be like, oh, you're amazing. No. I'm doing it because that's what I'm supposed to be doing. We're doing it as a business because that's what we're supposed to be doing. Because that's what we're supposed to do. Okay? And I understand how this works. That's what you're supposed to do. So, anywho, with all that being said, you guys have a great, amazing rest of your day. This has been Audiowave, baby, where you get to hear this Southern twang. And we're talking about, I'll be discussing some, raw conversations. I'm telling you some things that I personally had to learn. Some good, some not so good. But now I look at some of the things that's not so good as very good because those are the things that help shape and mold who I am today, that actually help me grow and scale because now I understand and now I know. And those teachable moments what makes me more resilient and stronger. And I had to learn how to check my emotions. And once I learned how to control those, I'm not perfect with it, but I am much better than I used to be before. And understanding that and drop the emotional side of business and just keep it rational and logical in black and white, things work a whole lot better. If you are a person who are struggling with your emotions, a person who you seem like everything around you is always bad all the time, it's time for you to do a deep dive, a personal evaluation of what's going on in your core. What happened to you? Why is all of this happening to you? And why is it repeating itself? Because many of us is in this circle of things repeating itself. You're always going through something. Always, right? So why is it? You need to start doing that self-evaluation and you need to hit that thing at the core. You need to eradicate, dig it out, figure out what it is and heal from it. And once you heal from it, you will skyrocket. You will grow because now you fix the problem. You don't have a scab on it anymore. You heal from it and you can grow. And that's how I grew. I had to be honest with myself. The things that I needed to work on. And it was quite a few things, okay? It wasn't like it was one or two things. No, it was quite a bit of things I had to work on. Let me keep it 100. But once I dealt with it and learned from it and saw things for what they truly are, problems is not necessarily a bad thing. It's an opportunity for you to make us create a solution, okay? Once I changed my mindset around things, once I stop allowing the wrong people to be close in my inner circle in my life, people who pour into me as I pour into them, and so that I can be able to pour into the communities that I am over. All right. My life literally changed forever. And that is personal and business. And I hope you heard something that resonated with you. And I hope that you heard something that moves you to action. And I hope that you heard something today to know that you're not alone, that you're not by yourself. For me being open, honest, raw, and transparent, telling you about things that I went through in order for you. Because remember, your story is not for you. Your story is for the next person or people that you're here on this earth to help. And so we just have to be confident and comfortable with sharing the truth. Sharing the truth. Hey, Anna. Make sure to check out the Anna L. Brothers show, Sweet Blessings. She is a former school teacher, very active within her community, and she has featured guests on her show, but she also does a lot of teaching on her show about various different topics, such as people who scam, what happened with scammers. One of her recent episodes, she also talks about education, she talks about mental health, she talks about a variety of different things where she kind of walk you through, and she provides a slideshow so that you can have that visual. So go on over and subscribe to her show. And I'm talking about you are funny. Yeah. Hey, PCUs. Oh, your name is John. Hey, John. On that note, you guys have a great, amazing rest of your day. And please take it for what it is. I'm not trying to, well, I'm not saying it. I am trying to step on your toes. You know why? Because tough love is sometimes the love, not that hard love where people hurting you. I'm talking about tough love in the sense that someone is telling you something that can help you, that may hurt a little bit when you hear it, but it's done out of love so that you can change what it is. That is what this video is about. And I put myself in it so you can see that I wasn't always who I am today. And truth be told, I am still building and scaling myself up, because what you see, you think, oh, that's amazing. And it is. But that ain't my end goal. I'm still building and scaling to get to my end goal. To get to my end goal, right? But this is just some things that I have learned along the way. And this is how I was able to grow. When I completely changed my mindset, my life changed. And it's not something that is only for a certain select amount of people. It's for anyone that's willing to put in the work. And guess what? Mindset shift, you can do that yourself. So go ahead and get the work. I know you can do it, because I did it, and I'm no better than you. You can do it. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Love you much, and thank you for our CTR Media Network riders. That's our community that ride with us. Anytime we do anything on social media, whether it's day or night, they are here commenting, liking, following, and subscribing, giving us that motivation to keep going. We love you. We see you. We appreciate you. Thank you for being a part of our extended family, being a part of our community, because you can do and be a part of any community you want, but you made the choice to be with us, and we are grateful. Make sure to download the CTR Media Network app today for absolutely free on iOS and Google Play Store, where you can watch our podcast shows and listen in on Audiowave to be able to get that inspiration. But say, for example, you don't have those apps. Go on over to ctrmedianetwork.com, click the online TV feature, and you'll be able to binge watch or watch a variety of different shows that plays 24/7, 7 days a week. Only thing you need is internet, and you can be able to watch it and go on to our website. You can also listen to our podcasters by clicking podcast and click on the show name that you would like to listen to, and you can binge listen to that as well. I encourage you not only to listen and support our podcasters on CTR Media Network, but go to their independent platforms. Go to their personal YouTube, their personal Facebook, their personal Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, all of those, right? And click that follow and subscribe button so you can be inside of their personal community, where most of them do different things for their community as well. So make sure to support them as well as us, because we are doing it together. Okay, we're doing it together. Lastly, we will be doing a giveaway of my book, the Power of Podcasting, Unlocking Tips and Strategies for Podcasting Success. Now, if you are in the United States, then we will mail you a book, as long as it's not Hawaii, because Hawaii got that real expensive postage. Now, if you're in Hawaii, I'm sorry, I love you, aloha, but no ma'am, no sir, it's too expensive over there to send something, because I already did it before. it okay, but if you happen to be in one of those states that the postage is real expensive, what we will do, we will send you the ebook version of the power of podcasting, because we want you to be able to start your podcast. We're gonna do a giveaway. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put it into the community tab either today or over the weekend, and you guys can like enter, and then we announce the winner. We will need your name and your email. But we'll figure out how we're going to do it. But we're going to do a giveaway for our YouTubers, our YouTube people, and our social media, whatever like that. Make sure to subscribe to all of our stuff on social media. And let me see, is there anything next? You can watch the replay of our CTR Media Network Top Podcasters, where you get to know some of our podcasters live, which was absolutely amazing. Our podcasters are really making a positive impact. You can support their shows. And it was something else I wanted to say, but I forgot. Anyway, because I told you this right here is not scripted. I'm talking off the top of my head. This is raw, unscripted. So I forgot what I was going to say. Maybe I remember and I'll do it on another video. Mr. H says, thank you for your 2 cents this morning. Yes, you're welcome, Mr. H. Next time I'm going to give you 10 cents, okay? I'm going to give you 10 cents. All right, you guys, have a great, amazing rest of the day. I'll talk to you later. It's been 2 hours. Thank you for hanging in. Thank you for all the people who liked, hearted, and cared about this video. I'll talk to you later. Bye.